WWE shares unseen footage of threat from Rhea Ripley to Liv Morgan at WarGames. The intense rivalry between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley took center stage once again during the 38th annual WWE Survivor Series Premium Live event. This time, the two superstars faced off in the high-stakes women's WarGames match, with Team Ripley ultimately emerging victorious over Team Morgan in a hard-fought battle. The highly anticipated event began with the women's WarGames match, a grueling 38-minute contest that set the tone for the night. Leading Team Ripley, the Eradicator joined forces with Io Sky, Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Bayley in their quest for dominance. On the opposing side, Liv Morgan captained a formidable Team Morgan, comprising Women's World Champion Raquel Rodriguez, Candice LeRae, Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton. The clash was as chaotic as expected, with each superstar bringing their unique strengths and fierce determination to the brutal match. The pivotal moment came when Rhea Ripley pinned Morgan to secure the win for her team. Ripley's decisive victory underscored her dominance and further fueled the ongoing animosity between the two competitors. The defeat marked a tough night for Liv Morgan, whose efforts to rally her team fell short against the sheer power and strategy of Ripley's squad. Adding to the drama, WWE recently unveiled never-before-seen footage from the match, offering fans a behind-the-scenes glimpse of the superstars' interactions inside the WarGames shark cages. The 6-minute video provided an unfiltered look at the intense exchanges between rivals, showcasing the competitive fire that drives both Ripley and Morgan. One standout moment from the footage captured Liv Morgan taunting Rhea Ripley from her shark cage. "Rhea, your team sucks," Morgan shouted, attempting to rile up the Eradicator. Ripley, never one to back down, responded with a fiery and expletive-laden retort, cementing the animosity between the two stars. The video also highlighted the strategic importance of the shark cages in the WarGames format, where superstars are released into the action at timed intervals. The heated verbal exchanges between Ripley and Morgan added another layer of excitement to an already thrilling match, showcasing the personal stakes involved in their rivalry. Rhea Ripley's victory over Liv Morgan at Survivor Series adds yet another chapter to their storied feud, which has captivated WWE fans for months. Their clash in the women's WarGames match demonstrated not only their individual prowess, but also their ability to elevate their teams in high-pressure situations. For Ripley, the win solidifies her status as one of WWE's most dominant forces, while Morgan faces a challenge of bouncing back from a tough loss. Despite the setback, Morgan's resilience and determination ensure that her rivalry with Ripley is far from over. As WWE continues to spotlight the rivalry, fans can expect more electrifying confrontations between these two superstars in the future. The unseen footage from Survivor Series offers a glimpse into the personal and professional stakes of their feud, ensuring that this rivalry remains one of the most compelling storylines in WWE today. With emotions running high and the stakes continually rising, the next chapter of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's rivalry promises to deliver even more unforgettable moments. For now, Rhea Ripley stands tall as a victor, but Liv Morgan's resolve to reclaim her momentum ensures that this battle is far from settled. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's rivalry remains one of WWE's most explosive storylines, with the two superstars exchanging heated words during last week's Survivor Series Premium Live event. The women's WarGames match brought their animosity back into focus, but Ripley's frustrations go beyond that one-night clash. Still awaiting a rematch after her controversial disqualification victory over Morgan at SummerSlam, Ripley's patience appears to be running thin as her pursuit of the Women's World Championship continues. WWE recently released unseen footage from Survivor Series, giving fans an unfiltered look at the fiery exchanges between the two competitors while they were confined in shark cages during the WarGames match. In one particularly intense moment, Liv Morgan taunted Ripley with a cutting remark, "Rhea, your team sucks." Ripley's response was as sharp as ever, showcasing her trademark intensity and disdain for Morgan. "Shut up. Shut your mouth. You sound like a little F asterisk asterisk G chihuahua. Yap, 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 yap. I'll give you something to cry about, Ripley barked back, firing up the already tense environment and setting the stage for the showdown that would see her team emerge victorious. Ripley's SummerSlam frustrations linger. Despite her pinfall win over Morgan at Survivor Series, Ripley is still looking for redemption after their controversial clash at SummerSlam in August. In that match, Ripley secured a disqualification victory, but Morgan retained her title due to championship rules. This result has left Ripley hungry for a decisive win and the Women's World Championship, though WWE has yet to grant her a rematch. Sources within WWE have hinted at significant plans for Ripley, suggesting that her path back to the championship picture may be filled with new challenges and twists. With Ripley's history of dominating her opponents and her ability to stir up rivalries, fans are eagerly awaiting the next chapter in her story. Liv Morgan prepares to defend at WWE SNME XVI. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan is gearing up for another title defense, this time at the upcoming Saturday night's main event XXXVI. The highly anticipated event will air live from Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island, New York, on NBC and Peacock at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The 2-hour simulcast promises a stacked card, with Morgan's title defense expected to be one of the night's highlights. While her opponent has not yet been officially announced, the stakes are high as Morgan looks to maintain her momentum following her Survivor Series loss. Morgan's reign as Women's World Champion has been marked by resilience and a willingness to take on all challengers. However, her rivalry with Ripley remains a looming threat. The Eradicator's dominance at Survivor Series demonstrated that Ripley is still very much a contender to watch, and her intense pursuit of Morgan's title adds an unpredictable element to the champion's future. What's next for Ripley and Morgan? As WWE builds towards Saturday night's main event, the spotlight remains firmly on Ripley and Morgan. With Ripley's sharp words and Survivor Series victory reigniting the tension, fans are speculating about whether the two will cross paths again sooner rather than later. For Ripley, the focus remains on reclaiming her spot at the top of the women's division. Her frustration over being overlooked for a rematch is palpable, and her growing animosity toward Morgan continues to drive one of WWE's most compelling rivalries. Morgan, on the other hand, faces the challenge of proving her mettle as champion against all odds. As she prepares for her upcoming defense at SNME, the shadow of Ripley's dominance looms large. Will Morgan's focus on her next challenger leave her vulnerable to an ambush from the Eradicator? Morgan, on the other hand, faces the challenge of proving her mettle as champion against all odds. As she prepares for her upcoming defense at SNME, the shadow of Ripley's dominance looms large. Will Morgan's focus on her next challenger leave her vulnerable to an ambush from the Eradicator?